Hey there, fabulous viewers, and welcome back to Wealthwise 84, your ultimate destination for everything money, entrepreneurship, and life-changing insights. Now brace yourselves, because today we're diving into the world of a man whose story reads like a dramatic script of its own, Steve Jobs. So if you've ever wondered what it takes to start a revolution in a garage, then stick around, because this one's a roller coaster. Born on February 24, 1955, in San Francisco, California, Steve Jobs was adopted at birth. His biological parents were college students who couldn't raise a child at the time. They decided to put him up for adoption with one condition: the adoptive parents had to be college educated. In a twist of irony, Steve's adoptive parents, Paul and Clara Jobs, weren't college graduates. But boy, did they strike gold or what. You see, growing up, Jobs was a curious kid, always tinkering with gadgets and electronics. His father, Paul, was a mechanic, and their garage was Steve's wonderland. But before you think his childhood was all peaches and cream, I've got news for you. It was far from it. Steve Jobs was, let's say, an acquired taste in school. He had his bouts of mischief, and his fourth-grade teacher even had to bribe him to study. Now let's fast forward to his college days. You see, Steve enrolled at Reed College, but guess what? He dropped out after just 6 months. Talk about a plot twist. He said it felt like wasting his parents' hard-earned money on classes that had no meaning for him. But Steve wasn't one to lounge around. He started attending calligraphy classes instead. Little did he know, this skill would later lead to Apple's variety of typefaces and fonts. Talk about a happy accident. Hold up, viewers. Here's a quick pause for a good cause. If you're vibing with this captivating tale of Steve Jobs and you're excited to hear more about tech moguls, trailblazers, and how to level up your life, hit that subscribe button. It's a one-click journey to becoming a part of the Wealthwise 84 family. All right, back to the saga. Steve Jobs had an insatiable hunger for spiritual enlightenment, which led him to India. He traded his jeans and tees for robes and spent months seeking wisdom. Though he didn't find any mystical answers, his trip did solidify his sense of self and his aesthetic perspective, two vital elements for his future ventures. Now comes the part you've been waiting for: Apple. In 1976, at the age of 21, Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak, and Ronald Wayne started Apple in a family garage. Their first product? The Apple I computer. They sold some of their most prized possessions to fund it. Jobs sold his Volkswagen minibus, and Wozniak sold his beloved scientific calculator. What started as a labor of love soon became a technological revolution with the launch of Apple II. And then in the 1980s, Jobs faced one of the most bitter moments of his career. He got ousted from his own company. Yeah, you heard that right. But Jobs, being the ever-passionate innovator, didn't crawl into a corner. No, he founded Next Inc., a computer platform development company. Though Next wasn't a commercial hit, it set the stage for his comeback to Apple. In 1996, Apple bought Next, and Jobs returned as the interim CEO. And the rest, as they say, is history, with groundbreaking inventions like the iPod, iPhone, and iPad changing our lives forever. Now here's the kicker. Jobs faced numerous challenges, including a battle with a rare form of pancreatic neuroendocrine tumor. Despite his failing health, Jobs continued to innovate until he could no longer fulfill his duties as Apple's CEO. He passed away on October 5, 2011, leaving behind a legacy that continues to inspire. All right, hold on to your seats, Wealthwise 84 family, because we're diving into part 2 of this enthralling tale. You thought Steve Jobs was an enigma. Wait till you hear about the company he left behind, Apple Inc. You see, Apple isn't just any tech company. It's a culture, a lifestyle, and for some, almost a religion. Yeah, you heard me right. People don't just like Apple products, they adore them and worship them. But Apple didn't earn this devotion overnight, oh no. They've faced more ups and downs than a roller coaster at an amusement park. Let's break it down. Apple's journey has been filled with fierce competitors, lawsuits, and even a near bankruptcy. Remember when they launched the first Macintosh? It was groundbreaking, but it almost ground the company to a halt because of its high price and limited software. The early 1990s were a dark period for Apple. Sales were dwindling, and they were bleeding money faster than you could say iMac. Microsoft had entered the scene and was rapidly gaining market share with its user-friendly Windows operating system. Poor Apple was the underdog, but not for long. Now let's talk about why Apple is basically the Beyoncé of the tech world, the queen bee, if you will. First off, innovation. Apple has this knack for creating products you didn't know you needed until you saw them, then boom, you can't imagine life without them. Ever tried going back to a flip phone after using an iPhone? Didn't think so. Secondly, the user experience. Apple doesn't just sell you a product, they sell you an experience, an ecosystem. Once you buy one Apple product, you find yourself wanting the whole family, the iPhone, the MacBook, the Apple Watch, and hey, why not throw in some AirPods while you're at it? As we all know, no garden is without its weeds. Apple products often come with a hefty price tag. Let's call it the Apple tax. You're not just paying for the hardware, you're paying for the brand, the sleek design, and of course, the bitten Apple logo at the back. And then there's the closed ecosystem. It's like a VIP club with a stringent no Androids allowed policy. Your iPhone doesn't always play nicely with non-Apple products, which can be frustrating. Also, let's not forget the infamous planned obsolescence. Remember the iPhone battery's slowdown scandal? Yeah, it's not Apple's finest hour. Before I wrap this up with a shiny bow, it's that time again. If you're finding this roller coaster of a story as riveting as a thriller movie, and you're not yet a part of our Wealthwise 84 family, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button. So, there you have it, the odyssey of Steve Jobs and his brainchild Apple Inc. From their humble beginnings in a garage to almost touching the trillion-dollar valuation, it's been one heck of a journey. Apple stands as a testament to what can happen when vision meets perseverance. Sure, they've had their bumps along the way. Nobody's perfect, right? But in the grand scheme of things, they've changed the way we interact with technology and with each other. In the end, the story of Apple isn't just about innovative products or mind-boggling sales numbers. It's about challenging the status quo and daring to think differently. Whether you're an Apple aficionado or an Android enthusiast, one thing's for sure, the world of tech would be a whole lot duller without Apple's bite. So for all you aspiring entrepreneurs and dreamers out there, remember, if Steve Jobs and Apple have taught us anything, it's that the people crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do. That's it for today, folks. Remember, life's too short for bad vibes, bad friends, and bad apples. Until next time, Wealthwise 84 family, keep dreaming big and stay wealthwise.